There's only one that can do what Caitlin Clark did. Bring all those eyes. For pure basketball purists, there's nobody like her. On the court, what she did, and I don't know if you saw, Indiana Fever yesterday posted this clip of Caitlin, and the caption was just her accolades, and it took 5 minutes to read, and I'm like, girl, do you want to chill at all? She doesn't know.
Zero. And listen, I think this is probably the easiest decision to make.
Following an incredible season, Caitlin Clark is rewriting the playbook on what it takes to be a basketball superstar that already stunned fans and commentators. And she's managed to surpass herself once more with her most recent accomplishment, shattering records like no other athlete in recent memory. The turning point no one seems to be able to stop or even keep up with Clark's winning streak, which includes not only the WNBA or basketball awards, but also the entire world of athletics. She hasn't even put on her sneakers for this one. She has won several of the most prestigious sporting awards, including Times Athlete of the Year, SBJ's Business Athlete of the Year, and AP Female Athlete of the Year.
Clark is the face, the head honcho of the WNBA. Quite frank, I don't know how the this is still in existence, but she is bringing butts to the seat, and that's all that matters. She's marketable. She got charisma.
However, not everyone is rejoicing, as evidenced by Angel Reese's less than kind response to Clark's achievement. Reese doesn't just disagree. She's openly rejecting Clark's well-earned recognition. Is she simply refusing to acknowledge Caitlin's talent, or is there something more going on here? Let's be honest, though, it's clear that she's jealous of Caitlin, because every interview and tweet she makes is about Caitlin. And I haven't seen Caitlin even reply to her yet, but we talk about how she had a part of it. I understand what she's saying, but she southeast that attention right, and did all this that wasn't to that team she was seeking it. Can you believe the chaos that's encircling Caitlin? In reality, it's not much of a competition when one side is setting records and the other is more interested in following social media trends than Onk. Clark's achievement isn't just about another trophy. It's about a supposed rivalry that's causing turmoil everywhere. When I watch her play, I think, wow, does that look special? The majority of the attention she receives on the court comes from sources other than the game. 11 points per game, which is the 5th high for her team, is cool. However, when we look at the attendance, we wonder who is actually watching the games. She mentioned the Angels team in Chicago, and their attendance was 6,000, 6,000, 12,000, 9,000, 8,000, 8,000, and then 177,000. Why was that 177,000? Who did she play? Do you think she played Caitlin Clark? This story combines Reese's eyebrow-raising reactions, Clark's unparalleled talent, and her unwavering desire. I tell you who is not marketable is this Reese, who seems to feel like people are going to games to see her. She's flabbering, asking why she's not being marketed. The real question is, though, why does Clark's well-earned recognition seem to bother Rattle Reese so much? Is it jealousy, denial, or just an unwillingness to admit greatness when it's staring her in the face? She reminds me of Megan, a stallion, so yes, that's who she reminds me of, a sexy chick. I conducted some stalking on TikTok, Instagram, and other social media platforms. Turnout in the summer lets begin. Caitlin Clark's most recent accomplishments are not a coincidence. Rather, they are the result of a season that fundamentally altered the definition of a WNBA breakout year. Her statistics, let's start by talking about Caitlin Clark's record-breaking dominance. She not only set records, but she obliterated them in a jaw-dropping fashion, minus 62 records in her rookie year. Let that sink in. This isn't just history in the making. It's a complete redefinition of what's possible in the WNBA. Her poise and her ability to deliver in the clutch make her dominance undeniable. Don't worry, we're about to break it down, but we must realize that when a transformational figure enters the fray, you have to pause, isolate, compartmentalize, and show them the love they deserve. It's been difficult for me, but I've tried to give myself a little bit of time to adjust and adopt the mindset that most players have when they break one or two records. Clark took the record book and completely rewrote it. Grace, if Angel Reese had been older, I would have reprimanded her for what she said because I would have thought, how naive can you be? But Caitlin Clark is young. She is just 22, and her accomplishments aren't simply numbers on paper. They translate into victories. Although Clark is a standout player on her own, her influence has changed the course of her team's entire season, which is what made the Indiana Fever secure their first postseason berth in almost 10 years. Between being the best and being the smartest person in history for the Sea Rookie, I think a lot of positive things will emerge from this moment. But it doesn't end there. Clark has a similarly revolutionary impact off the court. As a result of her extraordinary appeal, WNBA goods sales increased by an astounding 500% during her debut season. That's not a typo. In addition to selling jerseys, Clark transformed the WNBA into a must-watch brand. Attendance is at all-time highs, viewing is reaching previously untapped audiences, and the league is reaching new audiences. Clark is more than simply a celebrity. She is a movement and a phenomenon. The spectacle that is Caitlin Clark, even the Caitlin Clark impact, is beginning to be felt by sports economics. Renowned specialist Livia wasn't shy about labeling Clark a lightning rod for women's basketball, and she was right. Not only is Clark rewriting history, but she is also rewriting the sport's future. Some have even compared her to Michael Jordan, claiming that she revolutionized the game's popularity on a scale that few people could have imagined. You know that when Michael Jordan joined the NBA in 1984, the league's ratings were not very high. You know, a third full, he's getting the Lion at Chicago Stadium. Let's talk about the numbers because Clark's rookie season isn't just a spectacle. It's a goldmine. Her presence alone is estimated to have pumped a jaw-dropping $36 million into the Indianapolis economy. Let that sink in. That's the kind of ripple effect that makes team owners and city officials smile from ear to ear. Additionally, Tiger Woods was a polarizing figure who changed the entire economics of golf when he went to the PGA as well, just like Michael Jordan changed the financial economics of the NBA. According to LAV, women's professional basketball as a whole is expected to grow by an incredible $1.6 billion over the next 3 years, all thanks to this phenomenon named Caitlin Clark. Yes, that's a game changer. I'm going to approach this the same way I did with Michael Jordan, even though she isn't the best player in her sport in terms of athleticism. But A'ja Wilson is without a doubt the best player in the game. Now I'm talking about value. Value to a franchise, value to a league, and value to a team that qualified for the playoffs despite being the worst team the previous season. Not only is Caitlin Clark a sensation on the basketball court, but she is also changing the definition of what it means to be a millennial off the court. Her talent is attracting a large number of new fans, converting casual watchers into loyal supporters, and generating an economic boom that the WNBA has never witnessed. This isn't just star power, it's transformation in action. When it comes to value, Michael Jordan was the most important player each and every year because of what he meant to his club and the league. By the way, he won 6 titles, so it's hard to say that Caitlin Clark doesn't win any. Even though Las Vegas is still a fantastic squad, the fact that she is performing at such a high level makes it normal for her to go for 26-12, no matter how long you've played in the league. Those are impressive figures for any player. But here's where things get more complicated than you may imagine. Although Clark's triumph went smoothly, the name Angel Reese kept coming up. Is the competition ever really close? The answer may surprise you. You're not marketable because of the way you present yourself. Oh, look at me. I'm hot girl summer, high turn that girl turn like go sit your ass down people are only looking at you because you're competing with Caitlyn, if that's a gang they're showing up for Caitlyn. The media portrayed their alleged rivalry as a dramatic showdown, a clash of titans that would go down in basketball lore, not because you stated that you should concentrate on your game. With headlines and sound bites hyping up their every move, the media couldn't get enough of the supposed rivalry between Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese, portraying them as two rising stars locked in a dramatic season-long showdown. However, as the season went on, people began to wonder if this rivalry was real, or if it was all smoke and mirrors created by the media. You want to know why, because she has that MJ mentality and trains constantly, which is why she's busting threes out while you tick-tock when Caitlin Clark won Rookie of the Year and was selected to the All-WNBA first team as a rookie. The truth became abundantly clear. It wasn't simply a win. It was a decisive drop-the-mic moment that destroyed any idea of a close contest. Reese publicly expressed her displeasure, stating that she wasn't happy. What is your opinion on that? Reese said that Clark didn't deserve the recognition, and her response sent the internet into a frenzy, sparking arguments and dividing basketball fans worldwide. However, was her outrage purely emotional, or was there something deeper going on underneath it? My whole situation was that when I was selected number 7, I thought, hey, I'm cool, I can just hoop. Thinking the pressure isn't even on me because I'm DFT at 7, so the pressure shouldn't be up there. I am still trying to figure things out, but here is the truth. Caitlin Clark is after greatness rather than competition. She is focused on pushing herself to new limits and has the talent and determination to transform women's basketball, rivalry or not. Encourage her to follow Clark's brilliance on the court is undeniable, and it's drawing more eyes to the WNBA than ever before. She's not just a player, she's lifting the entire sport, inspiring a new wave of fans, and proving that women's basketball is a force to be reckoned with. Angel Reese. There's nothing that she does where you go, did you see her, other than she plays really, really hard. And I liken her game to Moses Malone. Moses Malone was relentless. So it's not that I don't appreciate who she is or how she plays. There is no one like Caitlin Clark in the history of the WNBA. Let's be fair, while Angel Reese's on-court skills may not match Caitlin Clark's, she's still drawing attention to women's basketball. And that's not entirely a bad thing, right? Think about it. When was the last time 2 WNBA rookies caused this much buzz? One for her unparalleled skill and poise, and the other, well, for her antics and social media escapades. The internet is ablaze with highlights, debates, and fiery opinions. Whether you're Team Clark or Team Reese, the fact remains these two have brought unprecedented energy to the league, turning women's basketball into a trending topic. But her attention, her notoriety is based off Caitlin Clark. Because she wins the national title, first thing she does, she mocks Caitlin Clark. And then she doesn't even celebrate with her teammates. So she's made it personal with Caitlin Clark. Then she's played off of that, but there's no mistaking the fact that Caitlin Clark is leading the charge. Her sporting honors represent a revolutionary change for the WNBA and are more than just gaudy trophies. In addition to setting records, Clark is transforming people's ideas of what is possible with her ability to captivate spectators, dominate on the court, and create global. That slender white girl was the greatest thing that ever happened to the WNBA. She is already the most thrilling and entertaining player in the league, the one you can't take your eyes off of. And people aren't just calling her a star. They're calling her a transformative force, a player who could change the league's very foundation. The spotlight has its share of detractors. Not everyone in the WNBA is happy about Clark's quick ascent. Some basketball legends and veterans have expressed worries that the intense attention being paid to one player could overshadow other worthy players and jeopardize the team's core values, which define the game. This is a legitimate criticism that has generated lively discussions within the basketball community. Asia, her name is Wilson. She once said, "No matter what we do as Black women, we're still going to be swept under the rug." For this reason, it enrages me when people claim that the issue isn't about race because it is. And for some, the motivation behind the backlash against Caitlin Clark is fairness. Critics contend that other players who have made significant contributions to the league aren't receiving the credit they merit, while others fear that the ongoing publicity surrounding Clark may create inflated expectations or obscure the teamwork that makes basketball so special. However, here's the plot twist. Since it's getting people talking about the WNBA like never before, all of this buzz, debate, and controversy may be the best thing to happen to women's basketball in years. However, you're going to fire 22-year-old Caitlin Clark, who has changed the game on her own and attracted millions of new and old fans. This isn't just about Clark. It's about what her success means for the sport as a whole. Her quick ascent has sparked important discussions about how the league markets its players and develops its brand. Some people think the WNBA should concentrate on marketing all of its stars, rather than highlighting a single sensation. But here's the unavoidable truth. How about the ratings in college basketball for her record ratings? Now, in her brief WNBA career, she's breaking records. What are we doing, and why should we stop? Let's honor Caitlin Clark, who has been the catalyst for women's basketball to get unprecedented attention and new life. Celebrate her greatness and her perseverance. Clark did more than just break records. She obliterated them, setting a new standard for the WNBA. Her influence extends beyond the court, as she is inspiring a new generation of players and fans who view her as the embodiment of what is possible in the sport. And best of all, Caitlin Clark is only just getting started. If this is what she has accomplished in her rookie year, just think of the legacy she will leave behind. The future of women's basketball is brighter because of her, and she is demonstrating to everyone watching that the WNBA is a formidable force. You go, girl. Don't pay attention to these people. Most of us are normal, and we'll support you. What's next for Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark? Every time these two athletes take the court, it's more than just a game. It's a statement about the development, progress, and potential of the sport. These two athletes aren't just playing for themselves. They're playing for the legacy of women's basketball. Their alleged rivalry has already brought women's basketball unprecedented attention, but it feels like the story is just beginning. What about the WNBA? In this new Caitlin Clark era, one thing is for sure. The league's trajectory is now entwined with her brilliance. The ball is literally in her court, and her continued play will define a new gold standard for women's basketball. If her rookie season is any indication, the future is nothing short of extraordinary. Do you agree? If so, please leave a comment, subscribe, and turn on all notifications so you don't miss anything. We'll see you in the next one after you click the video on the screen.